Joe. Other interesting business news, you have DocSign to lay off about 6% of their workers, even in the sales department. Now, a wise old mentor of mine once told me one of the safest jobs you could have, relatively speaking, is sales. As long as you could have a modicum of hard work and intellect, and you work hard, you'll achieve your quota. But some of those instances where, if you look at businesses, that's usually the last thing they cut. They'll cut, there's a lot of fat to trim at most companies, especially large ones in the tech industry. There's a lot of people have jobs, don't really need jobs, or should really don't have them, really don't need them, such as bid desk managers or someone who's supposed to approve on a discount. When I worked at Hewlett Packard Enterprise, if you wanted to approve a discount for a reseller, for a consumer, there are some instances where you had no less than five people have to approve that before the customer could actually get that new discount. 5 layers of fat. And I would argue perhaps 4.5 of them were useless. Because again, they want to make sure the company doesn't go negative, but do you need 5 people to approve that? Really? But nevertheless, it is usually the sales department, usually the sales. Now, DocSign, one of the most popular software companies on the planet. Most people, if you are signing NDAs or you're signing your new contracts or agreements, more often than not, the mechanism that you're using is usually the software known as DocSign, where, brilliantly enough, instead of having to print out the piece of paper and signing it, you just click the button and it does it for you magically. Well, it's technology, but seemingly magic for my parents. Now, specifically, they said they're going to cut about 6% of their workforce. Now, that translates to, because again, it's all about sample size, what does that quantified mean? That is going to translate to about 440 jobs at the company. Now, they also know that they are going to be cutting from, let's see here. Yeah, they actually specify it will be mostly in sales and marketing. Now, again, marketing is at times difficult to justify an ROI for that department or quantify the results for that department. It's one of those instances where, depending on what marketing activities you're doing, like if you're putting your company logo on an F1 car or a billboard, it's hard to justify that in terms of when you ask a consumer, like, why are you buying this? Most of them aren't going to know, or most of them aren't going to tell you, oh yeah, because I saw your logo on a car. Brand recognition, yes, but in terms of translating directly correlating to sales, that's not so good. Now, humble brag here, Topping Technologies, my tech company, much more, I would say infinitely more accurate in terms of correlating marketing to sales. For example, with the caveat it has to be $30,000 or more revenue, we're giving away a free flamethrower with every Q1 purchase. So again, very easy to quantify. That sale came from that marketing campaign. They're getting a free flamethrower that can, in fact, be mounted to an AR-15, also known as America's Rifle, which most, if all not Americans by now, already have at least one. So again, fun little plug, go to toppingtechnologies.com to learn a little bit more. Now, DocSign will be interesting to see. They claim that this will increase their savings between $28 and $32 million as they attempt to also restructure the company to be more efficient. And of course, it'll be interesting to see, do they try to supplement those loss in manpower by using artificial intelligence or some AI technologies? Do they try to increase perhaps their e-commerce, or in some instances you actually just buy it online, or sometimes you buy it through a reseller? So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But again, it's not a great sign when even sales are being let go at a company. I can understand, maybe your bottom sales reps that, again, they've tried time and time again and maybe bad attitude, they might get let go. That's kind of the norm. But 440 jobs, those all vanishing, that's, let's just say, again, not financial advice, but I'm glad I didn't invest in DocSign, to say the least. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, I'm trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of February, so if you click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or just a comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, and sharing also does help with the magical YouTube algorithm. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.